Hi folks, welcome back to Atebeno Park Beta, and today is the first habitat animal. I think you can guess who it is. Starting an animal, of course, requires an excavation to begin with. I've already done that, and so we're going to go to the nursery, select the building, and then open the nursery. And it shows you what animals you've unlocked, and so far, just Protoceratops for me. Uh, so we call it up. I've selected the second skin, which is tumbleweed. Um, going to breed a male and a female to start with. Um, there are two other skins available for this animal. They don't show a lot of dimorphism in their skins. The males tend to be more intense. Um, The stats for the animal are still kind of notional, but it is a one-star animal and the first one available to us. So it's a good start for a habitat animal. Should be easy to take care of. And that's important early in the park. So we're going to cruise around, and uh, I've decided to put the animal there. You saw me using full circles at 100% with texture to estimate the size of the exhibit. Um, and now I'm going to shape the land a little bit. I want it higher in the back than in the front, and I want it relatively level in the back so that I can make a care building for the animals. And I'm going to start off by outlining most of it in fence and then some of it with building. Uh, I'm not going to get to detailing this out in the course of this video. Mostly I just wanted to make sure I had a place for the animals to go, place to lay down their hay beds, and also to close off the fencing of the exhibit so they won't go wandering around the park. So you can see there's a lot of brown texture in this exhibit. Protoceratops apparently lived in a dune environment. Um, Presumably it ventured out from it occasionally, but it certainly did spend a lot of time there. One of the most famous fossils of Protoceratops is the Mongolian fighting dinosaurs, where a velociraptor and a Protoceratops were locked together when they were buried either by a dune slumping or in a sandstorm. Not clear which. Um, anyway, so having set up the base space, I've set up this system of paths because I've got a plan to try and put our guests into the mindset of being in the environment that Protoceratops lives in. So, doing some more terrain work, and it's looking pretty good. Um, I want to level it out a little bit and mess with some of the texture because I want to put, well, more paths. Anyway, in the enclosure itself, I want to put a little pool of water for these animals just because, well, two reasons really. We have no water troughs at this point, and they don't really need to drink, but they do have a drinking animation. So now I will actually do the breeding. This is on slow motion, so he's not doing his usual little eager to go, little bouncy act that Protoceratops does. And so we've got an animal, and we'll put it in there. Come on, there we go. And we go, yeah, there's the bounce. Anyway, we'll put the second animal in. Um, and sorry for the jumping around. It comes of going very fast. And we gave them uh, a selection of plants to eat because that's what they eat. And I'm putting a rock bed to help level out the immediate area around the feeding trough, and playing with colors to get a good deserty looking rock. And I'm going to, it's close to the concrete walls for the back of the building, and I'm going to use that rock throughout. You can see me picking a couple of rocks there showing up in their basic gray, and I'm having to copy and paste the formula for the color just to get it through all of the rocks. This is part of what we're dealing with in beta right now. It's a little different from alpha, where there were different environment rock colors preset, but we don't have that now. So building a series of rock structures here to fill the spaces between the paths. It'll make it a little bit of a maze, so I don't know, I guess that'll be some enrichment for our guests, and give a little bit of that mesa feel for the dune field. Drop that down a little bit, something a little closer to scale for the animal. I'm given to understand that right now Protoceratops is still using a large hitbox. I know I had trouble in another park getting it to go into a space I gave. But you know, the animals are being implemented piecemeal, and that's just something we have to deal with in beta. It's getting done, but just not perhaps as fast as we would like it to go. Let's speed it up here and get through this rock building as quickly as the software will let me get you through it, and get into some more detailed building. But this gives you the impression of that maze-like effect I was talking about. And if we finally get to some of the other animals, we should have a couple of more animals from this formation, and they can be added nearby. But that may not happen till early access. Probably won't. Who knows? The devs do, I guess, or they may change their minds too. So doing a little bit of an entry arch into the Protoceratops area, and now coming back to make a path for the staff to get back to the building, and I'm going to rope it off with a hawser that I want to make a little bit smaller and give it some kind of fixture to make it look like it can be attached and detached by keepers who need to come through this area, but not casually easily done by the guests who might want to sneak back there and see what's going on. I know I'm interested in seeing what's going on in the backstage areas. So a little bit more rock work, this time breaking up this run of glass fence in again both a immersive kind of look, and also to cut some sight lines for the animals so they're not always being stared at from everywhere all the time. This isn't particularly fancy design, but desert habitats do tend to be sparse, and you know, it is what it is. Still haven't put the water in, so I'm going to have to do that. And I wanted to get some more rocks in the space and smooth the terrain a little bit more so that we don't get the great beta spin going with these guys, or at least minimizing the occurrence. As I said in the last one, there was an update since I taped these. Well, taped there, showing my age there. Since I recorded these, and we have had some improvement on the spinning animal thing, but it's still happening. So I'm going to cut here and leave you with a few Protoceratops shots. As always, I'd appreciate likes, and if you like more than one of these and want to see more, please subscribe. I'm going to be doing more, of course, but it helps with the encouragement to keep it up. Next time it will be another oh no, it won't be an animal. It'll be the start of the park entrance, or at least a tour maybe. We'll see. Come back and see. Bye.